I mean, you'd be surprised. There was quite a lot of that sort of stuff that goes into it. You know, all of the jumps took a lot of planning and a lot of. I mean, we had stuntmen, but we also had real athletes doing the jumps, and all of that was logistically very challenging. But luckily, not so much for us. So we were able to. I mean, I'd love to get deep and arty about it and say we were able to be very subtle and focused on our characters, but we basically just had fun.
Yeah.
Had a really fun time and made each other laugh. And
I agree. I mean, it was a real. I worked with one guy who helps me with my accent for 15 years, and he said to me, he goes, "I've never seen you corpsing this much, laughing so much on set, having so much fun." It was a blast because Dexter set a tone that he knew the movie would have to have ultimately, which is, yes, it's an uplifting story about this dreamer who kind of shocks the world, but it's really a movie that makes you smile and makes you feel good. And so the atmosphere on set has to match that. And I was so blown away by what Taron was doing. But we became friends really quickly and genuinely just really, I think, I really enjoyed each other's company on set and acting together. It was great fun.
You really look forward to going to work, you know. And we'd arrive in every morning, and Dexter would go, "Okay, let's make a movie," and we'd all be like, you know, we'd all be geared up and ready to go.
But sometimes on the big action films, you'll do scenes that you'll be going, and then all of a sudden you'll spend 5 days or 5 weeks on an action sequence.
Yeah, exactly.
And it may be 6 minutes in the film, but it's glacial and it's really hard work. And then this was really nice just to have a lot of fun stuff together.
You know, I've not done a great deal of it, but you know, speaking about my experience on Kingsman, you know, that underwater scene was 9 days of shooting. Now, it's an amazing scene I'm very, very proud of, but it can be soul-destroying being a drowned rat, you know, 5 times a day being dunked underwater, and all of that is very laborious, amazing, but with something like this, you can your job is to come in and build a relationship that people find charming and have fun, really, and make sure it's fun for an audience. It was great. He's amazing.
I'm an okay skier.
He's amazing.
Taron had to learn for this, right?
I did have to learn. I'm okay. I'm getting there. I'm not quite as aerodynamic as Hugh, but yeah, it was a great thing. You know, that's another one of the joys of this job. You have to learn skill. You have to learn new skills. You know, and someone paid for me to go and have skiing tuition. Very beautiful young German lady as well. Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Been skiing ever since.
Yeah, that's it. Been skiing ever since. Eddie's been nothing but supportive, and I'm so relieved to be able to say he absolutely loves the movie and he's totally behind it. And we watched it together for the first time. So the first time I saw the movie was the first time he saw the movie, and we both shed a tear, which was, and not because it was bad, which was great, you know. So yeah, he's been a real champion. It's been great.
He's still really. He came down on set, and you could see within 2 hours the speed of filming for him was just.
It's too slow.
And we're right at the ski jumps. He was like, "Oh, I'm going jumping." Was that? It was fast for us.
Yeah, it was a short shoot. We managed to do it all in 8 weeks, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But
8 weeks.
8 weeks. But it was a brilliant 8 weeks.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. They sort of they stayed firmly in place. I'd take them off in between takes to avoid the migraines I probably would have gotten otherwise. Because obviously I have sort of slightly weak vision. I do wear glasses for kind of watching movies and things, but not day to day. But it was great. Wearing those glasses was so fun. I've kept the glasses. I've got a couple of pairs of the Eddie glasses. They're at home with the clapperboard, which I stole as well. Yeah. So yeah, but those glasses were great. They were kind of the sort of way into it, really. Put those glasses on and you start to feel a bit different.
You didn't steal that ski suit, that nice pink condom?
What, the condom? No. Funnily enough, I allowed the costume to go.
So hot, right?
So the first thing that Hugh and I shot was the climax of the movie where we land that jump, and it was, I mean, it looks cold, but with all that sun reflecting on the outrun in that condom, I thought I was going to pass out because I'm running around screaming and dancing.
Remember, it was really warm, 65 degrees, 70 degrees.
So hot.
Yeah, I would say the marketing of this film was probably going to reflect Eddie himself, you know, and his thing, which is word of mouth. I think people really feel great after this movie. They love it. They have a good time. And I think sometimes I haven't been at this festival all week, but you watch so many movies and documentaries and indie movies, and just have a movie that is actually great fun.
Yeah.
And that you don't have to think too much about. It's just going to make you smile. I really have a feeling people are going to love it in this environment and having a bunch of people together. So I'm excited to present it to them.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. No, I was just going to say, you know, in movies like Explaining Kingsman, you have these people who can do superhuman things. It's great to have a movie about a hero who is a hero because of his spirit, and not because he can, you know, leap off buildings or he has adamantium claws. You know,
and not only that, I think the strength of the movie is people don't really know much about the story.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's a rare thing these days, isn't it?
Yeah, so I remember sort of in the autumn of 2014, Matthew called me and asked me what I knew about Eddie the Eagle, and I was sat in a room with my mum, and I went, "Mum, Eddie the Eagle? Who's Eddie the Eagle?" I went to Googling and found out about this amazing story. And then, you know, I was being considered for a role over a period of time, and Dexter was on board, and then they basically did, and then Hugh came on board, and then we did a test together, right, in New York. We did a chemistry test, and we got on so well, and then they offered me the part, and we were raring to go.
That was
so
just
amazing.
It was incredible. The first scene he shot, neither Taron and I were in it, and both of us stayed after to watch. And it was really funny watching Dexter. Because Dexter, by the way, does a brilliant Walken impersonation, and then he kind of was doing it all. He started doing it in front of Chris, right? Without realising it.
Yeah.
No. But he was so excited. He's watching the monitor, and he's looking at us like, "Oh, cut!" No, he was, you know.
We were all like giddy little boys having him there. It was such a pleasure and a thrill to have him around. Kingsman 2 is very much underway. There's a script. It's brilliant. Matthew's got some really, it's ambitious. The scale of it's going to be, 5 times what the last one was. And there's going to be some great surprises in there. People aren't going to be disappointed.
And Hugh, how about you? Is it your last turn as Wolverine?
Yeah, man. We're getting ready. We're still sort of doing final tweaking on the script, I suppose. We're almost there and get ready to shoot it soon, man. There's that.
Yeah.
Got to be ready to go, and this is starting. So if you ever want to know how far off shooting is, just check this out.
Check out all the